Imagine the time when Bitcoin was breaking all-time highs. The whole world was going crazy over the digital gold rush. And you, of course, wanted a piece of that pie. But the reality was brutal. You didn't have tens of thousands of dollars to invest in ASIC rigs, those electricity-guzzling monsters, noisy as tractors, and radiating heat like furnaces running 24/7. You also didn't want to get a headache with the mess of terms like hash rate or proof of work. Then you saw an ad. Hey, forget all those troubles. Just give us the money. We have giant farms. Your job is just to sit back and watch Bitcoin flow into your wallet every day. Sounds attractive, right? It didn't just sell a service. It brought you salvation. That is exactly HashFlare's promise. A company claiming to democratize coin mining. But it turns out the only thing they mined was not Bitcoin, but a $575 million deep hole swallowing investors' money. Welcome back to the Financial Twist. Today, we will dissect one of the most sophisticated cloud mining scams in history. To understand this scam, first we need to look at its tastiest bait, cloud mining. In theory, this is a valid business model. HashFlare, founded by two Estonian entrepreneurs, Sergei Potapenko and Ivan Turogin, dressed this model in an extremely luxurious suit. A slick website interface, a user experience so smooth it was suspicious, and most importantly, a promise to pay profits to the wallet every day. The process was so simple a child could do it. You choose the SHA-256 package, swipe your card for $1,000. The website immediately displays a dreamlike ROI, return on investment, spreadsheet, promising you will break even in just a few short months. And so you have no doubts left. They released ironclad evidence, photos and videos of giant mining farms with thousands of server rows, blinking green lights in frozen lands. Their message was clear. We have the hardware. We have the infrastructure. You just need to contribute capital and enjoy the benefits. Don't overthink it. They sold the dream of passive income to hundreds of thousands of people. You didn't need to understand technology. You just needed one single thing: absolute faith in HashFlare. Everything looked perfect, a perpetual money-printing machine. So where was the problem? That is, when we have to look at the three deadly traps cleverly planted by HashFlare in the fine print of the contract. 1. Parasitic maintenance fees. They didn't just take hash power rental money, they also collected maintenance fees daily, and ironically, this fee was deducted straight from the Bitcoin you mined. The scary part is that this fee increased with the algorithm's difficulty. By 2018, a terrifying paradox occurred. The daily maintenance fee was higher than the money you earned. Simply put, you were paying to operate at a loss. Real profit was just zero or negative. 2. The mirage payment threshold. HashFlare set a rule. You could only withdraw money when you reached enough, for example, 0.05 BTC. Sound small? But with cutthroat maintenance fees and skyrocketing mining difficulty, the Bitcoin trickling into your wallet became less and less. Most users would never reach that withdrawal threshold. Your balance remained forever just imprisoned numbers on their computer screen. This was how they kept the money without saying the word no. 3. The greatest deception. They bragged about possessing massive processing power, at times accounting for up to 1% of the global hash rate. But when the FBI and the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, flipped the files, the naked truth was exposed. HashFlare's actual hardware power never reached 1% of the figure they claimed. So, what was the remaining 99%? It was air. It was virtual numbers typed into a database. The contract you bought, basically, was just waste paper. So, where did the money come from to pay daily interest to early investors? The age-old answer of every financial scam: Ponzi. They used the money from new people buying air contracts to pay virtual mining profits to old people. They sold you the illusion that the machine was purring along, while in reality, it was just a game of passing money from the left pocket to the right pocket. This drama could have dragged on until the storm hit in late 2018. Bitcoin price plummeted from the $20,000 peak down to under $4,000. Mining difficulty still increased, and HashFlare decided to drop the curtain. In July 2018, they sent out a cold notice, suspending all Bitcoin mining contracts due to lack of profitability. What did they do next? They returned the balance that hadn't reached the payment threshold to customers, which was nearly zero. In just the blink of an eye, hundreds of thousands of contracts evaporated. No explanation, no compensation. Hundreds of millions of dollars of investors' principal disappeared into thin air in a procedurally correct manner. But justice, though late, arrived. In June 2022, 4 years after the collapse, the two bosses, Sergey and Ivan, were arrested in Estonia in a coordinated international operation. They were extradited to the U.S. They were charged with fraud and large-scale money laundering. Where did the $575 million of the victims' blood, sweat, and tears go? It turned into luxury villas, shiny supercars, and secret bank accounts. HashFlare was not the first cloud mining scam, and certainly not the last. It is a deafening wake-up call for the wild crypto era. The lesson here is not to boycott crypto, but rather, in the world of decentralized finance, laziness is an Achilles heel. If someone promises to pay you daily interest without you needing to do anything, watch out. Do your own research is not a hollow slogan. It is the only shield protecting your wallet. To avoid becoming the next victim of trillion-dollar pie-in-the-sky schemes, equip yourself with knowledge today by hitting the subscribe button. See you in the next case file of the Financial Twist.